रिकॉर्डिंग शुरू हो गई है क्या? लाइव दिखा रहा है? ओके।
हाँ मैम, मैं ज्वाइन कर चुका हूँ। आप इंट्रोड्यूस कर दीजिए, इंट्रोड्यूस कर। कैमरा ऑन करता हूँ। ओके।
Good afternoon. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. I, on behalf of LTIT Group of Institutions, Section Mahinda from Department of Management Studies, take this opportunity to welcome you all who took out their valuable time from their busy schedules for attending this webinar. Today's topic of discussion of this webinar is professional resume building and an effective technical writing, global concern. And to share with us all the knowledge about this, we have our honorable guest speaker, Dr. Peter Thakur, Assistant Professor of English from Vidya Pratishthan Polytechnic College, Indapur, Pune, Maharashtra. Dr. Thakur has 7 years of extensive experience in administration and 13 years into teaching. He is also associated with JJTU University, Rajasthan Research Journal. He has attended and presented his papers in many national and international seminars and webinars. Dr. Thakur has also published a book entitled A Gateway to Campus Interviews by Lambert Academic Publications, Germany. I again welcome Dr. Peter Thakur for this webinar and would request him to share with us his knowledge with regards to today's topic on resume building and technical writing. So please.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. May I start?
Yeah, sure, sir. You can start.
Okay. So, with this brief introduction received from your officials of college, it's my pleasure to guide fellow students of Lakshmi Chand Institute of Technology on the topic assigned by your college, that is technical writing, professional resume building, and technical writing. My introduction has been given by your professor. So, without wasting time, let me share my screen and and technical writing. Is my screen visible to all?
No,
Is
sir.
my
No. No, sir. No.
is my screen visible to all?
No, sir. Your screen is not visible, sir. Yes, now visible, sir.
Is my screen visible? Is
Yes,
my
sir.
screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Okay. Dear students, today on this virtual platform of Lakshmi Chand Institute of Technology, being the guest speaker, I would like to guide you on the topic professional resume building and technical writing. Actually, in a real sense, technical writing has a lot to do in your career. Being students of engineering discipline, you should be well versed in technical writing. What happens with the engineering graduates nowadays? They have a lot of knowledge, but they cannot express their knowledge on paper. They are poor at technical writings. Today's topic, professional resume building and cover letter writing, that is job application writing, is very crucial in view of your career building. Am I audible to you? Am I
Yes, sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay. We have been familiar with this term of resume. Most of the students pronounce it as a resume, but the actual pronunciation of this word is resume. And Madam had specifically put the title as resume building. Building, it has a vast meaning. To build anything, to build a construction, to build humanity, to build any branch of human knowledge, you need systematic efforts. We need systematic efforts. So, resume building is not a simple task. Resume writing is a skill that can lift you to your career, that can reach you on the top of your success, that can open the gate of your career. Resume writing is a matter of skill. In this webinar, we are going to deal with how to write an effective job application and how to write effective resume. Let me share you one thing, that the word resume is a French word. It's a French word. It's not an Indian word that carries the meaning as summary. The literal meaning of this word resume, it is a French word, and the meaning of this word is summary. A resume is a document that highlight your skills, that highlight your degree, that highlights your education, that highlights your experience. But that experience, that education, the skills should be appropriate to the field of work you are entering, to the field of work you are going to enter. Resume, in simple terms, from my point of view, I will say that resume is not a document, but in this world of mass media, in this world of media, where Everything is advertised. Everything is advertised. In this mass media, from my point of view, your resume is your advertisement. Your resume is nothing but your advertisement of your skills, your qualifications, your experience that makes you a product, that makes you a premium product necessary for the company. You might have seen a lot of advertisements on television screen. The more the effective advertisement, the more we are glued to it, the more we are attracted to it. In the same way, I emphasize the fellow students joined in this virtual platform that you should write a resume in such a way that it should make or it should become advertisement of your accomplishments, advertisement of your qualifications, advertisement of your experience. You should advertise in such a manner that company should fall in love with you. Company officials, HR officials, looking at your resume, they should fall in love with it. That is an effective writing skill. Further, when we discuss what is the purpose of this resume, why do we need to write a resume? Why do we need to complete a degree? In the same way, when you finish your college, when you finish your days of graduation, you need to write a resume. But what is its prime purpose? The prime purpose of resume is to showcase the employers your expertise, your skills, your qualification in professional. It's a type of professional document that showcase the employer that you are an asset necessary for the company. You are the product, premium product that company needs you. You are going to show through your resume that you are not only a qualified candidate, but you are the fine match for the job offered by the company. You are going to prove it, and that resume stands as a professional template for you. It is a type of professional template. Okay, but how much time do the employers, do the HR officials invest in reading your resume? It's very careful, it's very interesting thing that employers and HR officials, they read, I will not use the word read, they scan your resume just in 10 to 20 seconds and prove your worth for the post. They scan, I'm not using the word read, they are not going to read your resume, they are just going to scan your resume just for 10 to 20 seconds, and after that they are going to shortlist you. So if they are scanning your professional template, your professional advertisement, just in 10 to 20 seconds, what does it mean? How should you write it? You should be brief and catchy. You should be very brief and catchy. Your resume should not be lengthy. It should not be 10 pages. It should not be 5 pages. But I will say, preferably, it will be a single page template. It will be a single page template consisting everything, consisting all your professional occupational details in brief. Because, friends, you know, brevity is the soul of wit. Brevity is the soul of wit. Whatever is brief, that is catchy, that is fascinating. So, how to prepare for writing a resume? How to prepare for writing a resume? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, okay. Let me proceed. How
Sure,
to
sir.
prepare to write a resume? First thing, I will say it's a basic thing that you need to know before writing a resume is that you should know yourself first. Look into the mirror, stand in front of the mirror, look into the mirror and see yourself whether you are suitable for the post, whether the necessary skills for the post are in you, whether you are capable of handling the position. Think, know yourself, and try to project yourself on a paper on that professional template with minimum words but maximum meaning. What I mean to say, listen it carefully, my friends. Use minimum words, but those minimum words should convey maximum message. Those minimum words should convey maximum message. And before writing resume, you should know the position for which you are applying. You should know your suitability. You should decide your suitability, etc. See, knowing yourself means what? You first ask yourself, how can I target my resume to the company I am applying for? Know yourself means what? You ask yourself a question, how can I target my resume to the company I am applying for? And the next thing that you need to do to know yourself is that you make, prepare an inventory of your skills, accomplishments, education, goals, and experience. You prepare an inventory, skills necessary for the position, accomplishments that you have done through your graduation days, education that you have brought, that you have secured good marks, the grades that you have secured through your hard work, smart work, that education should be reflected through your resume. And specify your specific goals in view of the position of the company. At the same time, if you have a little experience of the position, don't miss it out. Mention it in minimum words, but those minimum words should carry maximum meaning to the company. When HR takes your resume into his hands to scan, acquainted, just scanning your resume for 20 seconds or 10 seconds, you should be able to familiar with your personality, familiar with your skills, familiar with your accomplishments, familiar with your experience, so on and so forth. Another thing which should be taken into consideration while writing resume is that first of all, you make research of the company, research of the organization, and tailor your resume, tailor your resume to the position you are applying for. What I mean to say, I'm using the word tailor. Do you know tailor? Tailor is use the clothes, tailor. So in the same way, you have to write, you have to prepare, you have to tailor your resume to the position you are applying for. And before it, you have to make research of the company. What type of company it is? What are its characteristics? What is its history? What type of company it is? Whether I will be suitable? And which things that you need to know about the position is first necessary skills, what is the desired qualification, what is the required education, what is the work experience needed, what are the key points of assignments there, what will be the job duties, what will be the job responsibilities, so on and so forth. In a brief way, I will say you should make SWOT analysis of the job profile. You should make SWOT analysis of the job profile. SWOT, SWOT analysis. What does it mean? S stands for strengths, W stands for weakness, O stands for opportunities, and T stands for threats. Means while analyzing the position, while analyzing the position and analyzing the company, or before making the research of the organization, you should be able to make the SWOT analysis of job profile, SWOT analysis of yourself as well. I will say, what are the strengths in you? What are the weaknesses in you? What opportunities will you get after acquiring the position? And what are the threats if you join on the position? See, and after making the analysis, SWOT analysis, you will come to understand that which are the necessary skills, what is the desired qualification, and what are the duties and responsibilities that you need to carry for the position. So, SWOT analysis of your job profile before writing a resume is very essential. It plays a crucial role in building your resume as a constructive and an effective building. Let me talk to you on what are the types of resume. See, there are many types. You can Google it and you can know what are these types and which type should be preferred, which type should be used for effective resumes. The first type, that is chronological resume. This type of resume, chronological resume, it focus on your work history only. It is a type of historical document of your work. The moment you started your work as a professional, from that moment, this chronological resume records your work history. Second one is functional resume. These two focus on the relevant professional skills necessary for the company. The relevant professional skills necessary for the company. That is functional resume. And combination resume, it is nothing but the combination of the above two. The combination of chronological resume and functional resume. Means in combination resume, you are going to share your work history as well as you are going to add some relevant professional skills in your resume template. Next one in practice nowadays is targeted resume. Targeted resume. Next one in practice today is targeted resume. What is this targeted resume? It is used to address the specific needs of company. It is used to address specific needs of the company, and in recent times, in present scenario, these chronological, functional, combination, targeted, all types are not used. The new graduates from technical universities, whether it is Indian university or foreign university, new graduates prefer to make their resume as an infographic resume. What is this? The most recent template, the most recent methodology of writing resumes, infographic. What is it? It is nothing but it is a it has visual elements to present professional details. Means it's a colorful infographic resume. It's a colorful. It incorporates visual elements to present your professional details. It is not as good as essay. It is not as chronological resume. It is not as functional. It is not as targeted, but it is infographic. It incorporates visual elements to present your professional details. And nowadays, in recent times, in a day-to-day activity, we see business cards. We see business cards holding by rich businessmen or uh, high profiles, high profile persons, that they carry business cards. What are these business cards? From my point of view, my friends, these business cards are nothing but they are mini resume. They are mini resume. And for professionally to secure a job, the most used resume is infographic. Let me move ahead. What happened before some days? You need to write resume with a pen and some you need to talk to some experts, you need to talk to your guides, you need to talk to your colleagues, you need to talk to experienced people to write your resume. But nowadays resume writing is a matter of just you need it's a matter of fingertips. Just you have to google these sites. I have listed the sites. These sites will help you to make your infographic resume as it is. No worry. No need to carry, no need to think a lot, no need to consult experienced person. Just
Audible? Dear all, please stay with us. Within a few moments, our guest speaker will join us. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Am I audible?
You are audible.
Am I audible? Am I audible, ma'am? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible, and your
Okay.
screen is also visible.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir, you are audible and your screen is also visible.
Okay, okay, okay. So I'm telling all of you that no need to consult a guide to write a resume. Just you Google these websites, and with the help of these websites, just to enter the details step by step, automatically your infographic resume will be ready. And preferably, I will recommend all your students to use app.resumebuilder.com. This is the best app or website that helps you to prepare infographic resume. There are some paid sites and there are some unpaid sites. But from my experience, I would recommend all your students to use app.resumebuilder.com. It's very nice website that can assist you to make your resume infographic. So what things are included in the format of the resume? Just we have some highlights. We will have some brief discussion. There is heading, objective, summary of qualifications, education, and experience. Just see in heading, objective. There should be a specific objective in view of the position advertised by the company. Which skills are necessary? Which qualification is necessary? In view of the position, you have to write the objective. And in heading, you have to mention your address, your employee profile. Later on, you have to make a summary of qualifications. You have to mention your education, and you need to carry experience as well. So this is a simple employee profile. Just see, you can write it like this. Naina Rao. It's an example that I have presented before you. Recent graduate in computer engineering, B or B Tech in computer engineering. You can add your photograph as well. In heading, what you need to do? Heading is placed at the top of the page, and that should be aligned at the center. And your name appears on the first line and should be in bold. The heading should include your phone number, WhatsApp number, LinkedIn profile, and your professional email ID. There should not be any vague information. There should not be any ambiguous, unnecessary information. You should be brief, you should be specific, and you should be minimum, not maximum. And objective. Next thing in the sequence is objective. What to write in objective? Objective, again I emphasize, objective should be in a one to two short sentences. The objective should specify the type of position you are seeking, and it should not carry flowery language. It should not carry any technical jargons. It should not carry any pompous language. You should use simple, lucid language that can be easily understood by HR officials. Means you should make only general statements, simple, lucid statements in view of the position you are applying. And what you need to focus while making generalized statement as an objective? You need to focus on your strengths. What key strengths you carry in view of the position advertised by the company. So objective, in the next slide, I'm going to give you a brief objective, how it should be written, catchy and fascinating, and how should be written in a brief way. See, this is the example of objective. See, first, to gain a rewarding position where I can be an asset to my employer and grow as an individual. This is an objective. This is a sample. This is example of objective. To gain a rewarding position where I can be an asset to my employer and grow as an individual. In other terms, you can also write your objective as to explore myself with full potential and dedication for the benefit, growth, and development of the company that employs me. Means you are constructing your objective not only focusing yourself, but at the same time you are focusing the position to which you are applying. Means both the things, both the things, the company profile and your employee profile, both the things, your employee profile and your company profile, both should reflect in a conjugal way, in a summative way, in a brief way. That will be a final objective, that will be a catchy objective. So these are the examples. I have read it and clarified as well. Summary of the qualifications. Nowadays, see, qualification can get you, with the help of qualification you can get an interview call, but what you, what things you lift on the basis of qualification, just you get interview call, but the skills, outstanding traits, the skills relevant to the work, they can lift you, they can offer you job. So summary of qualifications nowadays, it is optional. Summary of the qualifications, it is optional nowadays in resume writing. From freshers point of view, what type of writing should be done for focusing their educational profile or to focus their education? For freshers, I will recommend that they should list first highest level of education that they achieved. They should list first the highest level of education that they achieved, and later on they should highlight their degrees earned. Again, they should list their major, minor, concentration, and emphasis. If you have done some major things, if you have done some major research project, if you have done some minor things, and they should also list if they have obtained GPA, if they have obtained more than, means higher GPA, and they can also mention the coursework, and as a, so as add-on, I will say it's add-on, that they can add any special license, credentials, or the certificate exams, or diploma courses, or the trainings that they have done effectively during the course of taking their education. So for freshers, I will recommend the students to include the highest degree that they have achieved, and then highlight their major, minor projects that they have done during the course of their graduation. And even they can include any professional certificate programs, any professional diploma programs, any credentials related to educational engineering profile, or any license that they have secured from their work, from their professional knowledge, etc. in education. Next thing that comes into question, that is what count as a experience. What counts as an experience? Experience, you can count employment which would be paid or unpaid. If you have done employment as a volunteer, if you have worked as a student, if you have worked in student organization, or if you have worked in any community service, or if you have done any social service of recognition, that is also called as an experience. If you have done internship after your graduation, if you have done any internship, that is also counted as an experience. I will say that whatever you have done, any important or policy making decision, or in any important activity that relates to the position advertised by the company, that is counted as an experience. Suppose, take it for granted, you are applying for the post of assistant professor in engineering college. Before that, you have taken tuitions. You have taken tuitions of students, engineering students, diploma engineering students, degree engineering students. You can mention it as an experience. As a fresher's experience, it can be counted as. Which things should be minimized and which things should be emphasized in resume? Mind it well. Emphasize your relevant experience, but always try to minimize your irrelevant experience. Relevant experience means what type of industry it is, what type of experience you need to mention in your profile, that should be thought on. Distinguish between relevant and additional experience. Additional experience is different one, and relevant experience is different one. So you should be able to emphasize only relevant experience in view of the position advertised by the company. Again, list your accomplishments, not just the responsibilities, and try to use vocabulary, keywords chosen from the field. Chosen from the field. Suppose you are preparing a resume for the post of computer engineer, and you are using the vocabulary of mechanical engineering, that will not be suitable. So you should emphasize only relevant skills and relevant experiences to build your resume. One thing that is of crucial importance in this connection is quantify your experience. Quantify your experience. Quantify means, if you were a supervisor in a company, how many people did you supervise? Mention there. If you give some regular reports to the company holders, officials, then how often you have done regular reports? Mention there. If you have done imported or improved cells, if you have done improved cells, then how much cells, how much improved cells you have done? Mention it. Means what I mean to say, experience should be quantified. When experience is quantified in a resume, automatically that makes HR officials to scrutiny, to shortlist the resume for the post. But you have to quantify the experience. Again, the thing which is in question, which is in demand while writing resume, is expand on your skills. What skills do you have? What are the skills you are expert at? Whether you are a good communicator, whether you are a leader, whether you have good ethics, whether you have good interpersonal skills, whether you are committed to quality, whether you are a lifelong learner, or if you carry a lifelong learning attitude throughout your life. So you expand on your skills. The more you expand on your skills, the more are the chances of shortlisting, because HR officials focus on skills rather than qualification. Qualification, just I have told you earlier, qualification can help you. Qualification can get you interview call only. But if you expand your skills in resume in a proper way, these skills will lift you to the position. Definitely. So, good communication skills, leadership skills, organizational skills, ability to work as a team member, good work ethics, entrepreneurial skills, committed to quality. If you are a committed to quality person, and you should always carry a lifelong learning attitude, these skills should be reflected in your resume. Again, the format that should include company name, location, job title, dates of employment, and make the section easy to read, spacing and bullets. Try to put your information in the form of bullets so that it would be easily identified. And each sentence should start with action verb, and don't use personal pronouns, and try to use correct verb tense, present tense for the current positions, past tense for the previous positions. And one thing that mind it well, don't use vague terms. Try to avoid vague terms. Try to be simple. Try to be understandable. Use a lot of spacing. Use suitable spacing. Use bullets to write your skills, your qualification, your information, and use correct tense. Other sections you can include as the honors that you have received during your graduation, during your schooling, during your college days, during your education, the activities you have done during your school, colleges, and the skills that you imbibed, the skills that you obtained from your empirical learning, that also you can mention here. References that would like to highlight that CVs, see, resume, biodata, and CV. Resume is a French word, CV is a Latin word. In CV, you need to have a reference, but in resume, there is no need of reference, because it doesn't need reference. It is a good etiquette to carry, not to carry reference in your resume. CV needs references. CV, that is curriculum vitae. Resume, there is a large difference between resume and CV. CV is an academic profile. It refers to academicians. CV refers to academicians need to present their CV. But for engineering field, resume is enough. And for resume, you need not to mention references. And this is again the format of the resume, that you should use bold italics, and you should use maximum abbreviations. You should have a margin 1 inch all round. You should have a font size. You can use Times New Roman, any font of your choice that will be catchy. And don't be vague, and try to use a white plain paper, etc. See, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. I have shown you the samples on the screen. See, see the samples on the screen, resume samples. How does these samples look? Just reply. Any one of the candidates, just reply. Any one candidate from the listeners. How does it look? These resume samples. These are infographic resume samples. How do they look? Look at the screen. So they are catchy. They are catchy. So I recommend all the students to use infographic resume sample. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, have you seen, ma'am? Have you seen this infographic resume?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And may I move on to the next slide?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
So the new question, that is the next question begins is a job application, that will say that we say as a cover letter. How to write job application? Job application should be written in such a way that it should be engaging. It should engage the reader. It should engage the HR official who is going to read it, and it should make that HR official to offer you interview call letter. That should be your way of writing. That should be your way of writing. Means you should introduce there. You should introduce in a job letter, in a job application. You should introduce yourself as an incumbent. Incumbent means who is a specific. You are a specific for the position. That is incumbent. You should introduce yourself in job application that you are incumbent, means you are a specific for the position. At the same time, you should highlight your strengths specific for the position, and you should mention specifically that you are a perfect match for the position. Madam, there is some noise. Madam, there is some noise.
It's okay now, sir?
There is some little noise. Mute them all. Okay, now it's silent. Okay, see, you should mention such strengths, such skills in your job application that your job application should be a perfect match for the position. The HR officials should come to understand that yes, this should be shortlisted. It's a perfect match. So, what are the tips to write cover letter? First thing that I want to share with my fellow students, that your cover letter should be job centered, not self centered. Don't focus on yourself. Don't write about yourself. It should be job centered. Another thing, it should be precise. It should be one page maximum, and it should be it should be in a regular business format. It should be in a regular business format, and you should address to a specific person, not to whom it may concern. You cannot write like this, to whom may it concern. And before writing cover letter, research the name of the contact person or hiring manager, so that specifically you can write there. So that specifically you can mention the name of the person or hiring manager there. You may use to the hiring manager, to the selection committee chairperson, etc. And one more thing I would like to share with all these fellow students, that proofread, check your letter whether it is structurally correct, whether it is grammatically correct. Don't make haste in sending the letter, because haste is always waste. Don't be so hasty. Try to proofread one time, two time, three time before sending the letter to the company. because that letter, that cover letter is going to make your impression on HR officials. Mind it well. First impression is the last impression. You should not miss it. See, I have break it down how to write uh, job application letter. See, contact information, then date, then employer's contact information, then salutation you can use dear sir, Mr. Miss, last name, and then you should move on to subject. I have given one example, Naina Rao, address, address of the employee, then date, employer's contract address, designation, etc., and subject. This should be done. The opening paragraph. What should be included in opening paragraph? Mind it well. You should include, you should mention the position you are applying for and how you have taken the follow up, or how you come to know about the position. I have given you a specific sentence. It's not an example. This sentence, this structure you can use in any job application as it is. I can send the PDF of this job application as it is to madam. Madam can share to all students. You can use this job application as it is. You can use this opening paragraph as it is. Just you have to fill the blanks. See how it is written, with reference to aforementioned subject and in response to your advertisement in whatever the name of the paper, title of the paper, newspaper, title of the newspaper, dated, DT means dated. I would like to offer my candidature for the post of whatever the position, senior manager, junior manager, senior engineer, junior engineer, trainee engineer, etc. in your esteemed company organization. That should be the first sentence. It should be the first sentence. It should be the opening paragraph of an effective cover letter. You can use this paragraph as it is, just you have to fill the gaps accordingly. Do you get it, what I mean to say? Do you get? I'm audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, audible.
Middle paragraph, what you have to add in middle paragraph? Middle section of the cover letter should describe what you have to offer to the employer. So you should mention specifically how your qualifications match the job you are applying for. You are interpreting your resume. Mind it well, you are not repeating it. So I have made a concrete, for example, I have made a concrete and a specimen of middle paragraph. That paragraph can be used anywhere. That paragraph can be used in any job application of engineering discipline. See how I have constructed the sentences, how I have made it simple for the understanding of the HR officials. I am sure with my qualifications and experience, I can prove myself to be an asset for your organization. I am enclosing my resume for your reference. I am looking for a change in order to enhance my career prospects. I am not only well versed in my domain knowledge, but also excellent at fetching the targets results within stipulated time for the growth of the company with my vibrant soft skills. This is a specimen middle paragraph. This is an ideal paragraph that I have made. You can use this paragraph as it is in your job application because it covers all general topics, general themes necessary for constructing or necessary for writing job application. And what will be the final paragraph? See, only three paragraphs should be there in job application. First introduction, second is middle, and third one is final. In final paragraph, you should thank the employer for him considering you for the position. See how it should be written. For example, you can write like this: I would feel grateful if you kindly consider me for the post. I would appreciate, in essence, if you offer me a chance to be interviewed. I would then be able to give you further details about my work, which would definitely help your officials, in judging my suitability for the said post. That will be the fine paragraph. It's a catchy paragraph that you can use. Let me repeat it. I would feel grateful if you kindly consider me for the post. I would appreciate, in essence, if you offer me a chance to be interviewed. I would then be able to give you further details about my work, which would definitely help your officials in judging my suitability for the said post. That will be the final paragraph of a job application. Then in complimentary clothes, you can mention yours truly. You can write, you can sign over there. You can write respectfully yours, or you can type your signature for a mail letter, etc., etc., so on and so forth. So this is a specimen of job application. Look at this. I have included all those three paragraphs which you have seen earlier in previous slides. That is introduction, middle, and final. Opening paragraph, middle paragraph, and final paragraph. So this is the specimen of an ideal company, ideal job application. Application for the post of computer engineer in your esteemed company. That is subject heading. See, dear sir, with reference to aforementioned subject, and in response to your advertisement in name of the paper, dated, date on which the advertisement published, I would like to offer my candidature for the post of whatever the position that is you have to mention there in your esteemed company organization. I am sure with my qualifications and experience, I can prove myself to be an asset for your organization. I am enclosing my resume for your reference. I am looking for a change in order to enhance my career prospects. I am not only well versed in my domain knowledge, but also excellent at fetching the target results within stipulated time for the growth of my organization. I am sure with my qualifications and experience, I can prove myself to be an asset for your organization. I am sure with my qualifications and experience, I can prove myself to be an asset for your organization. I am sure with my qualifications and experience, I can prove myself to be an asset for your organization. I am sure with my qualifications and experience, Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. So on which slide I was?
Sir, your slide is not visible.
Is it visible now?
No, sir. No.
I think it would be visible to you.
Sir, right now it's not visible, sir.
Okay, okay. I'm sharing. I'm sharing. Is it visible now?
No, sir.
Wait a minute. Now?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir. No.
Just wait. Is it visible now?
No, sir.
Now?
No, sir. No. It's not visible.
Just wait. Okay. 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 Is my screen visible?
No, sir. It's not visible.
Madam, it is showing that your screen is visible to all of.
Yes, yes, yes. Now it's visible, sir. Now it's
Is it
visible.
visible?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So where I was, uh, job application.
Yes, sir. Job application.
I have
I
seen.
think yes,
I
yes,
have
yes.
talked. This was the
Yes,
slide.
this example. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was the slide that I was talking to you. So this is, so with this I have talked about your professional resume writing and your cover letter writing, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
I would like to give message to your engineering graduates that along with this, what message I want to give to your students, that this is a competition driven world. Everywhere there is a competition, and to secure job, to gain job, madam, there is some noise, little noise. Ah, yes, yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible.
And is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible also.
So my message to all your freshers is that this is a competition world, my friends. Everything is going to be difficult. There is no certainty of anything. Even there is no certainty of a human being. So in this world of uncertainty, where there is a depression, where there is a lot of competition, there is a throat cut competition. So to make a side, to make a way from this crowd of competition, you need to carry grind mindset. My students, you need to carry grind mindset means what? You need to fight, you need to carry a fighting attitude, you need to be unconditional, and you should carry a type of strong attitude to attain goal irrespective of any adverse conditions, irrespective of any odds, irrespective of any problems. There are many problems तो होते रहते हैं, there are many problems, but irrespective of problems, denying the problem, acknowledging the problem, you need to carry a type of certain strong fighting attitude to attain the goal in this competition ridden world, and that is called as a grind mindset. I preferably say my students that you should carry a type of grind mindset, and that grind mindset will lift you in this competition ridden world. Which things you need to master along with your employability, that will prove your employability? Which things you need to master? I would preferably say my students that you should master IQ, EQ, and SQ. Only marks, securing good marks, securing higher grades will not give you job in this competition ridden world. You need to have mastery over IQ, EQ, and SQ, that is intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and situational quotient. Because HR officials are in search of such candidates who are emotionally balanced, who have decision making ability, who have ability to make spot decisions, who have intelligent quotient. So to make your position in this competition ridden world, you should be master of EQ, IQ, and SQ. Because with the help of balancing your emotional quotient and intelligent quotient, you can master your life quotient, I will say. To master these quotients, you need to possess resilience, you need to possess confidence, you need to possess smart work skills, and you need to have humility to prove your mettle in this crowdy competition, throat cut competition ridden world. What is resilience? For petty things, after failure, we get discouraged. We don't want to move further because you have failed. But mind it well, my friends, those who have resilience, resilience is an ability to bounce back from the failure and start again with new vigor, with new vitality, with new energy, with new enthusiasm. That is resilience. एक बार धोखा खाया या एक बार तुम फेल हुए, इसका मतलब जिंदगी में बार बार फेल नहीं हो सकते. You should carry a resilience. You should have a confidence. आप में कॉन्फिडेंस रहना जरूरी है. You should have a smart work abilities. Hard work, everyone do hard work. In old days, our teachers, our guides used to say us that do hard work. But in this seminar, in this virtual platform, I will guide my fellow students to make smart work, not hard work. Because this is the age of smartphones. These fellow students who are listening to me, they are not simple, they are not average, they are smart minds. They are smart minds because they use smartphones. And smartphone users cannot be cannot be simple guys. They are smart minds. So I will say, you focus on smart work, do smart work, possess confidence, and be resilient. Besides, you be humble. You be humble to your colleagues. You be humble to your position. You be humble to the situations around you. You be humble to your relatives. You be humble to all the people, all the things, all the situations that surround you. The more you are humble, the more you offer humility, the more is the reward. The more is the reward, mind it well. Only resilience, only confidence, only EQ, IQ, SQ will not help. In addition to that, you need to be humble. You need to carry humility to prove your mettle in this uncertain, in this unsafe, and throat cut competition ridden world. Another thing I would like to pass on to your graduates, that don't lose your hopes. Life runs on hope. Life runs on dreams. उम्मीद पे दुनिया चलती है. उम्मीद पे जिंदगी चलती है. अगर उम्मीद ही नहीं है तो जिंदगी नहीं है. आज नहीं तो कल होगा, लेकिन जरूर होगा. That type of hope, that type of dream you need to carry to prove your mettle in this competition world. Everywhere I'm watching engineering graduates, they are turning into depression. They are getting rid of studies. They are going to do anything, and they are going they are fading away themselves from the studies, from the right track. So I can understand you are grabbed in such an uncertain situation where you are not sure of your job. Even I will say, you're not sure of your next second. You're not sure of your life. But don't lose hope. Life runs on hope. Life runs on dreams. So to be strong, to carry positive, optimistic attitude, you need to read inspiring books. You need to nurture the company of positive friends. Meditate, exercise, eat nourishing food. Don't eat Chinese. Don't eat samosa. Don't eat anything that is in hotels. Eat nourishing food that will nourish not only your body but also your mind. Try to exercise. Try to meditate. Nurture the company of positive friends. Nurture the company of well-versed friends. Nurture the company of good friends. Try to read good books. Try to consult good websites, because life is a party. Life is a party. Enjoy it with your rewards and risks. If you take risk, there is 100% reward for you. But if you are not ready to take risk, there is no reward. Because though risk and reward, they are opposite to each other, but sometimes, but risk can make you to reach at the reward. So sometimes you should take risk to get rewards in life. So with this message to all your fellow students, I thank you, the organizers of this virtual program, virtual webinar of Lakshmi Chand Institute of Technology. And I again thank all my fellow students for patient and active listening. Due to technical errors, due to some technical errors, due to electricity problems, our program, our program was hindered. Program gets some gaps. I apologize for it, and I suggest to my students that be strong, be positive, time is yours, take charge of your career and your life. Good luck. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So, with a
Uh,
very good ending, a very good, graceful and warm good afternoon to our most valued guest, Dr. Pritam Indra Singh Thakur, Management Committee, worthy teachers, beloved students, participants gathered here. I feel honored to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of Lakshmichan Institute of Technology, Bilaspur, and my own behalf. We are very thankful to Dr. Pritam Indra Singh Thakur from the bottom of my heart for taking time from your busy schedule to be the guest speaker at our workshop. Your virtual presence and wise words will help in magnifying our cause in the best possible way. Our workshop was a huge success, all thanks to your enlightening words that inspired us, sir. I would like to thank Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, for their constant motivation. I'd like to thank respected Director Sir for his encouragement in conduction of this event. I'd like to thank Vice Principal Mrs. Shubhi Srivastava ma'am for constant support in making this event a successful one. I'd like to thank Dr. Himanshu Vaishnav sir, Dean Placement and Head of the Department of Management Studies for supporting thoroughly with ideas. Further, I would like to express my thanks to today's coordinator, Ms. Tripti Mazumdar, Assistant Professor, Management Department, and Ms. Komal Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Electronics and Telecommunication Department, to make great efforts to prepare and organize today's workshop. I would like to thank Mr. Hardik Kopet for we are highly grateful to our participants for supporting and taking part in the workshop with great enthusiasm. I once again want to want to state that we are grateful to all. We thank you all being with us this time. It has been a great pleasure. Thanks one and all, and I'd like to take your leave with a feeling of happiness and gratitude. Thanks to all once again. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you, sir.
okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You may leave,
May I
sir.
leave? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.